This is very, very important. Recently, somebody asked me a question. I got into an expert talk with Vale. I think he was also a speaker a few days ago. He asked me a question like, what is the most important quality of an entrepreneur? I said, renunciate mindset. You have to be like a renunciate. Renunciate is the one who renounces everything. In Tamil, we say Turavi, right? So, and you need to have that renunciate mindset, is what I said. And a lot of people had questions. What do you mean by that? Oh, you want to become a sage? Throwing away everything? No, not really. A renunciate is somebody who doesn't renounces everything, but who loves everything. And the tagline there is drink a tea every day. What is the connection between drinking a tea every day? My grandfather lived in a very small village somewhere in Dharmapuri. He migrated to Tirupattur because he didn't see any opportunities in his village. He was lying in platforms. He started carrying a tea can, selling tea. Yeah. And I learned a lot from him. He had his tea stall. So one day I used to go every day to my grandpa's tea stall, and he used to treat me like a king, offering me the fresh tea and biscuits and all those things. One day I was returning from school. I was like fourth grade or fifth grade. The tea stall was completely demolished. Yeah. And my grandpa and his friend were like taking the bricks and then arranging it. I was like crying and going and asking, Grandpa, what happened? He said, like, I think there was a road extension program. So they demolished the tea stall. I think it's still on my eyes now, right? I could see that. Then I told him, Grandpa, don't worry, I'll buy a tea stall for you. I could have even bought a restaurant, but I was a small boy. I said, like, I will buy a tea stall for you. He said, like, you will definitely buy one for me. I got a job in my final year studies in PhD tech, but my grandpa died when I got a job in the fifth year. And that's one reason, like, I moved on to Bombay and roamed around India, came to Belgium, started even restaurants, but I don't have my grandpa today, but he's always here for me. Yeah. And my name is actually Elango. I named myself after my grandpa. Madhavan is my grandpa's name. I call myself Madhavan Elango because I couldn't offer anything to my dad. So whatever I achieve in my life, that let the credit goes to my grandpa. With that genuine reason why I renamed my name. Fine. So this is an emotional situation for me that every day I drink tea, I remember my dad, my grandpa. What if I lose everything that I have around me? Whatever be the reason, I am pushed to street. You know what I would do? I would take this tea can and start selling tea. As simple as that. This is what I call as renunciate mindset. Look at the news, businessmen, entrepreneurs. Yeah. They get into depression, and then what kind of leadership is that? Mentally, you have to renounce certain things. That's one of the important quality of an entrepreneur, being a renunciate. Drink a tea every day. Forget not your roots. And whatever my grandpa did, my dad did, and I have done is in my genetic memory, right? Let's not ashamed of living a poor life. It is after all our grandfather's life. Feel proud about that. Continue to work hard like the way he worked for me, his generations. I have to work for my generations and people around me. Never forget the genetic memory, right? Drink a tea every day. Drink a tea every day, because whenever I drink a tea, I become a renunciate. Truly, honestly, I'm speaking from my heart today. Because my grandpa is always there. When I'm driving this Volvo car, I feel like my grandpa is sitting next to me when I go to office alone. That's very, very important. But of course, drinking the tea doesn't have any meaning for you, right? That's how I started the speech. This is my backpack. You have to identify your own backpack. Create your own backpack. Never compare yourself with anybody, right? Like, my opinion, you should compare only with your present, with your past, or maybe your grandfather or your father. Some cases, because they are the different points of the same journey. Yeah. Or even not even your grandfather or father. Live your own life, run your own race. That should be the quality of an entrepreneur. I think whatever I have said here, it's not that I've read it in some books. Of course, I've used a lot of references, but Why did I choose that backlog item? This is purely my experience. And I'm putting my experience on the table here, right? It's about the skin in the game. If I don't have the skin in the game, I will not be able to talk about these things, right? Because I listen to only people who's got the skin in the game. Yeah. One life, love it, live it.